chat, here we go. We got Rezears and Gomb in the EU ProDrops Invitational. This is the second qualifier that we are covering today. And I'm excited to see what Gomb can do. Gomb is subbing in for Oski, who was subbing in for Rezears. So double sub in here today for the reason why we have Gomb in the match. And these guys have actually played on my stream before. They played in Gomb's debut into the 1v1 scene, where he was able to take Rezears down 3-2, and Rezears is no chump. Beating Rezears is really something that only the top players have on their resume. Gomb is trying to bolster his resume as much as possible, but his win over Rezears might still be his best win of his entire one's show match career. If anybody can think of a Gomb win that is better than Rezears 3-2, please let me know. But Gregan, thank you for the raid of the 111 viewers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Gregan stream. Me and Gregan are both Ultimate Frisbee players. Something that I realized. So, got to make sure to bring a disc to the next LAN that I find Gregan at. Gomb could not get this ball out of danger's way. Ooh, Rezears. Wow, he got here so early on this kickoff. Did he read some kind of fake from Gomb? I'd have to go back and see it. I was slightly reading chat as Gomb went to that one. Oh, Pogo? Did we see a Pogo? Rezears said he'd been learning some of these moves. He told me in Twitch chat he's been learning some dark moves. And here they are. Look at this Pogo. It gets him the goal. I love the Pogo meta. Chat, we're all winners in the new Pogo meta. And Rezears is also a winner as well, as he gets his second goal and the lead. Oh, what a great day to be a 1v1 fan. What a great day. We saw Arsenal hitting the Pogos. We see Rezears hitting the Pogos. Yesterday in the North American Fall 5K, we saw Zapatos hit a Pogo. He hit a slightly different one. He bounced off the tail end of his car as opposed to the nose. But it worked just as effectively. Pogo meta is exciting. But you know what still works? You know what still works regardless of whether or not Pogos work? That is a good old-fashioned air dribble cringe. Nothing works better than a good old-fashioned air dribble cringe in 1v1. And Gomb is going to get one here to get his second goal. Gomb not able to pick up his own back corner boost. He's just going to launch the ball away. Potentially buy himself a bit of time. Actually, an interesting fake touch. He might have just missed it, but I think it almost works out better as a fake. He bumped Rezears, but Rezears is going to make it back to this ball. Rezears just passed out to the midfield. I don't think he's going to be able to get back to net in time. Yeah, that was just a mistake. Nothing else to it. Wanted to have that ball roll maybe higher up the sidewall as a way to delay the shot, but instead he ended up popping it to the perfect shooting position for Gomb. Rezears taking this bounce. Is he trying to set it up for a Pogo? We have a new player that we can actually expect a potential Pogo from. But it is no Pogo this time around. The reset, and right as Gomb jumps. Oh, he actually seemed to pre-jump it well, but ended up matrixing underneath it. It's interesting how as soon as a player has the Pogo in their arsenal, which I don't know if Rezears really does. He got a nice one. And obviously he's using it in show matches, so he's got to be pretty decent with it. But it won't take him long before he could probably hit them incredibly consistently. And it just makes defenders have to think even more when defending you. You want to be able to have as many scoring options as possible. So when that defender sees you with the reset approaching the net, they think, oh, is he going to the ground? Is he going to land and catch it? Is he going to wave dash pop it? Is he going to Pogo it? You know, now that there's another opportunity, another option for something you can take, it just has defenders guessing even more, even if you don't use the Pogo. That's my point of bringing this up. Even if you never use the Pogo or you use it 20%, 10%, 5% of the time. As soon as your defender learns, oh, this guy's got a pogo. He could pogo. It just adds another element to your aerial game with very little extra work. Obviously, learning the pogo is hard, but what I mean is after you've pogoed once or twice and they're thinking about it, you don't even have to go back to it, and you've already made your life easier. Feer could beat these guys. I'm not so sure that's true, Randy. Rezears couldn't get the reset and move the ball fast enough to prevent Gomb from clearing it out of the orange half. And now, oh, nice boost steal. Gomb's going to have to rely on wall dashes, which he does seem to do with ease to recover here, but he still doesn't have enough boost to make this save. There's going to be a double jump height. He has to use his wave dashes to get back, and what he needed was at least a couple pads worth of boost so he could slow down and then use boost to get up. I could beat him in a prediction 1v1. Well, I definitely seems like I could beat Moxie in a prediction 1v1. According to our predictions for the Jorya's Atao game. Rezears in control of this game as we approach the final minutes. He has had the edge over Gomb and starting to get to the point where he can start to play that lead. He's just going to dunk Gomb here and make the lead even more. 3 goals. It's a tough situation to come back from. You're going to start seeing Gomb be way more aggressive than he otherwise would be. Oh, by the way, Mark 0 and then maybe 4 underscores. Thank you for the prime. I think you came in right at the same time as the raid, and I might have missed that. Nice demo from Gomb. He wall dashed into this one as well. See if the replay will show it. Oh, no, he didn't wall dash. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe it was Rezears underneath him that was wall dashing. It just sounded like one. Wall dash past the boost. Gomb, this is not a great first touch. When you set up a full field dribble and the first touch is aimed all the way into the opposite corner, it's going to just take so much effort to bring that back to net and make it scoreable. It ends up being a lot easier for defenders to read as well. Gomb trying to bump. Did he connect on the bump? I think he might have. Oh, Rezears. Great recovery for the save. Gomb actually has the offense for the past few minutes, and he's going to get his goal now. He's worked his way to within 1 with 13 seconds, and that's all you need to do in 1v1. Now, needs to be creative on the kickoff or needs to just rely on some clean mechanics. He's just going to go standard. Wave dash kickoff from Rezears. He might be able to get the angle here. Did he shoot it wide? No, it's in! Gomb! He had a tough hill to climb with 3 goals in the past 30 seconds, but he found all 3 of them. The final one coming off the back of a solid kickoff, as it almost always does at the end of these comebacks. Rezears delay kickoff. He does not like what he's been seeing on the kickoff from Gomb, but this is not a great spot for him. I don't think Gomb's going to be able to find a way to score this. It will be another kickoff to decide game number 1. Rezears and Gomb. Wave dash from both these guys. Rezears bumps Gomb, but I think he feels backflipped out of it. Now it's a Gomb possession who's going to try and escape the Rezears pressure by taking the ball to the far right. Early challenge from Rezears. Long shot from Gomb. Has a ton of power, but is sent low. So now it'll be Rezears with control of the ball. He'll take to the skies. Early resets to bump Gomb with and finish it off for an 8. So it will be Rezears who wins this game number 1. Full boost in the tank for Gomb, but reacts to the play far too late. The German has the edge as we head to game number 2. Game number 2. Rezears and Gomb. Rezears from the ceiling, trying to look bottom right. When you have a defender in that same corner as you and they drive up the side wall, that becomes the most open spot, the opposite bottom corner, because the player's going to have a hard time getting back down. And if you can rush it there, you might be able to score, but Rezears was not able to. Gomb the first to strike. I mentioned every time we watch Gomb, but I like that he always uses the Slurpee decal. It's a cool decal if you ask me, and it's now the Gomb brand. I'm not sure anybody else is using it, and certainly not as consistently as he does. A Tau straight killing Joyous, about to 3-0 him. Listen, this is why I'm saying Moxie is maybe not the best predictor in the world. Although I wouldn't expect a 3-0. I mean, the first game was really close. Have the other games been equally as close, or is the Tau really pulling ahead? The NA stream is tonight, 8 Eastern, on both my stream and Johnny Boy's stream later. If you want to check it out. Gomb, great defensive effort so far. This one earns him a goal. Gomb gonna sandwich the ceiling for the reset. The pinch shot isn't even on target, so really Rezears didn't have to worry about it as much as he did, but he wanted to be the one in control of the bounces, so he looked to get the ball, and oh wow, just barely able to save this off the post. Long shot from Gomb, sent away, and Rezears using his 28 boost really well to get a smooth catch and flick. These two just exchanging shot after shot, neither one holding a long possession, but Rezears looks like he's trying to do just that right now. Gomb takes it away in the dribble. Gomb out to the midfield. Is he going to recover in time before Rezears' shot? He is, just barely. Uses half of that boost he went out to grab to make the save, but with a couple pads, he's on a decent amount now. It's going to be an air dribble cringe from Rezears. Ooh, just barely got it to bounce inside the post, which makes it shootable. In 1v1, we play only in one map. Yeah, Manfield Night is definitely used for 90% of 1v1s, if not more. But I think that's a factor of it being the best map, as everyone widely agrees, and the fact that 1v1 is often run by smaller operations like one-man streams, and so it's just easier to keep the same map the whole way. Gomb's car looks so clean. Yeah, I really like the Slurpee decal. Gomb up 4-3. He's been the one dictating this game. He's not going to be able to get back to this boost. He correctly realizes that his priority needs to be getting in front of the kickoff goal, but it's not going to matter. This ball pops up for Rezears, and he gets the fourth that he worked so hard for. Rezears to the skies. Leaning back into the reset. Got Gomb to pre-jump. Gomb, did he actually cover it? No, he didn't. Seemed like he bailed out of his pre-jump fast enough to still get this save, but all he could do was slightly slow it down. Gomb, nice flick. You like to see these air roll into backflip flicks off the pop. It's not even, I mean, it's interesting. Would you guys call that a flick? There's been a few different flicks that happened recently. They're not so much carries into flicks like our conventional flick are, but you could tell they kind of almost catch the ball for a brief moment and then use the slight roll as extra power like flicks do. Yeah, okay, everyone is saying it's a flick. Okay. I was actually worried you guys were going to say I'm crazy for trying to suggest it was a flick. But here you all are agreeing. So I guess no argument to be made. You think Champions Field is more hype, but maybe because of RLCS? Yeah, I mean, the context of only doing it on the final game definitely makes it very hype. It's called a classy flick. Is that right? Are we sure it's not just a flick? That right there is a flick. Gomb sends it just underneath the crossbar. Gomb has not been able to escape Rezears here in this game, despite playing very well and being the one with the lead maybe the entirety of the game, especially the majority of it. Rezears always has stuck around, but shots like this might finally get him the separation he wants. Great reset, and then getting underneath the ball, using that front flip to make low contact on the ball, to keep the ball up in the air above Rezears. Everything about that was perfect execution. This time, Gomb, the ceiling resets. A bit too close to the back wall, not able to find that angle down to the net. Rezears can't escape his own half. Or sorry, I think Gomb. What am I saying? Anyways, Rezears has the ball now. This flick too strong. Can Gomb get this to net? Yes, he can. Needed to get around it before the bounce in order to kill it and drop it towards net. And it was a bit close, but he gets there in time. Rezears taken off the map, off kickoff. 8-6. Looking like a Gomb win here in this game number 2. The musty is just a handover of possession, and actually it's the handover of a goal. So maybe it's not the Gomb win that I talked about. Bit of a troll there late in the game from Gomb, who had absolutely no incentive to musty that ball out of his control and into Rezears' hands. Look at those dashes from Rezears. Gomb, with the game on the line, takes to the ceiling with a reset. Rezears challenging early. Does not separate Gomb from the ball, and this one won't do it either. 0 seconds. Rezears has to keep it up. Going to be a hard task to do. Gomb is going to go right back to that musty. That got him scored on before, but this time he sticks with it and drops it to the ground. So Gomb getting his game win to match Rezears. The Englishman ties the series. Game number 3. Gomb and Rezears, or he was Fennec before, right? I think Rezears played the Fennec in the previous games. He's in the Octane now. He's going to match Gomb in the Octane. But will he match him in mechanics? He looks like he's trying to with his double reset at the start of this one. Gomb really likes these freestyler musties. I do think it's worth making the distinguish. Wow. I did not think there was an opportunity for Rezears to score this, especially with 112 km/h wheel touch. Didn't he finish this off with a wheel touch? He just hit it so square. I mean, how did it go 112 km/h? Normally, your wheels kill the momentum so much. But he absolutely slams the ball in. Just a different Octane preset. Oh, he might have been Octane before. You thought he was a Merc? I was pretty sure that he was the Scarab. Did nobody else see Scarab in the previous games? Gomb hit it. Yeah, but it's still at pretty decent speed. Gomb might have given it a bit of extra acceleration at the end to get it all the way up to 111, but he Probably didn't add that much. I think it was probably still 100 just off of Rezears' touch. Wasn't he in a Centio? Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's in a Centio. Interesting kickoff. Straight front flip kickoff from Gomb. Not something you see very often. And is basically a natural delay. If you're doing that, it's because you want to delay your kickoff. And maybe you want to stay extra square, which is easier to do without any sort of angle. But, I mean, these guys are the best of the best. I don't think they have really issues with that. Mostly, I just have to assume that they want to get there slower. Just a really natural way to get there slower and slightly delay the kickoff. Otherwise, I don't know why you'd be front flipping. Gomb probably could have afforded to catch that ball. Had 35 boost to work with. I think he can take that down to a carry and use that 35 only after he gets challenged. Instead, he just tries to boom it immediately and isn't able to hold on to it at all. Rezears is now just trying to break Gomb down. That backflip was a good one. Going to give Gomb time to pick up some boost. Yes, the North American 1v1s are later today, 8 p.m. Eastern. Rezears, these soft flicks have been working well. And Gomb's going to have to do something different. Whether that's shadow from farther away or challenge these earlier. Because those are really easy as far as execution goes. Rezears can do that all day. If you keep putting yourself in that spot, you'll keep taking those flicks and you'll never miss one of those. 3-0. Good start for Rezears in this bounce back game. Make it 4-0 as I take a nice drink of water. Rezears comes off the sidewall. Why do Arab players play Fennec more than anyone? I don't know. I think it's just a regional trend. Why do any regional trends happen? Just the people around you do things some way and you pick it up. I don't know. Maybe blame the Falcons. If the Falcons play a ton of Fennec, maybe everybody else in the region kind of mimics their best squad. Rezears just has a perfect sheet right now. How many shots does Gomb have? 3 shots for Gomb. 9-3 in the shots department. And that is just a credit to Rezears stopping the offense from Gomb long before the blue half. Strawberry, what's up? I did not kick you out. You said you were leaving, not me. Ooh, the ball. It's going to bounce right off the post down to the ground. Scary. Look at this pinch. Oh, my goodness, Gomb. He has to look to the pinch to get past Rezears, who has been doing such a good job of keeping him out of the blue half. He says, well, I won't go into the blue half. I'll score from the orange half at ceiling height, and I'll launch a massive pinch to get my first goal. Rezears is still going to feel comfortable in this game, knowing that that's the length that Gomb has to go to in order to find goals. He's got to feel good about his position. Gomb dashing around the map. Has to pre-flip into this one to get the correct touch. And all this speeding around the map. It's not going to bode well for Gomb. Something you can do when you have a lead and you don't have to shoot. If you're really good at carrying the ball, you could just speed around the map playing almost keep away for a long time, waste a ton of clock. The problem is Gomb just essentially wasted a ton of clock for 2 minutes, or not 2 minutes is exaggeration, for like a minute when he needed goals. He needed goals bad. So what he needed to be doing is stopping the ball, taking it directly to the net, trying to make an outplay, getting a goal, and then doing that again because he has to get a goal every 10 seconds. But he was instead playing a time-wasting type strategy where you just go full speed and carry the ball around. You're gonna be honest, I'm new to RL and I don't know anyone, but you're a cool dude. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that, Strawberry. Rezears slotting top right, will make it to Brazil. Dominating right now is Rezears. Get out of here. Okay, jumps with that. Get out of here. Who is this Gomb kid? I like when sometimes people tune in for just one game, I have to assume, and they're ready to make their assessment completely on a player. I tell you what, you watch all of Gomb's games, and I don't think you're going to be sitting there saying that he looks bad. Rezears wants one more, and he'll get one. Oh, no, he won't. Gomb stops him. GG from both these guys. Rezears the edge, 2-1. So we had a game 4. I always can go back and tell. Game number 4. Rezears and Gomb. Can Gomb bounce back? I think his only goal in the previous game was probably the best goal of said game. But this is not a freestyle competition where best goal wins. It is just competitive 1v1 where you need to score as many goals as possible, and Gomb was not doing that in that previous game. Yeah, I typed the replay name wrong, but like I said, it's okay because when I look back, the time makes it very clear which game is which, and I never end up making a mistake in the post-processing. Gomb bumping Rezears into his corner and then timing the power shot off the bounce. Look at all the power that Gomb gets from this. All he needs is a couple pads and a good bounce. He can launch it the full field to prevent Rezears from being able to get back. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a shot that every player at this level is getting the maximum power from every time, but it's still, sometimes it's, I think, interesting to point out, you know, how good they are at that kind of stuff and how they're never messing it up. Rezears is thinking about diving for this corner. Gomb knew it, so he tried to beat him there, maybe demo him in the process. Wasn't able to. And also used up all his boost immediately for what was a pretty poor shot attempt. Never really stood a chance there. And now Rezears the catch off of the fake musty. The air dribble, and then tried to take it to the top left. Creative mix-up. Gomb, once again, feels apparently most comfortable attacking from the ceiling. Tries to launch a powerful shot down. Doesn't put it on target. Now trying to find an opportunity in the midfield. This is off. He's going to be able to steal the boost. So can he keep Rezears pinned? Rezears already able to pick up a ton of pads in the moments it's taken Gomb to get back. And then this shot attempt just is not it. Rezears is going to be able to easily escape. Yo, Bav117, thank you for the brand new Prime. Welcome to the Feer squad. Gomb not taking the wall to air dribble. Instead, letting it roll into the corner. And then why is he accelerating the ball immediately? Because to me, he just ended his possession. He's actually done a good job of maybe regaining it, but no, yes, he didn't. It's still Rezears. As soon as he made that touch, he was just going to be playing catch-up, trying his best to regain control. And then next thing you know, he's having to play defense, and he doesn't connect with this ball. Now he's down. Ooh, Joyas came back in that one. You guys had him counted out, I tell you what. In that game 3, I feel like you guys all but had him fully out of that match. Does IRL mean in real life or in Rocket League? Isn't that the same thing? Rezears 3-1. How many shots we have for Gomb? 5 shots. I mean, this is a much closer in shots matchup this time around, as opposed to earlier when Rezears had pretty much completely stopped Gomb from even entering the shooting half. Ooh, Rezears a 4th. Able to power slide around this one. Gomb thought about challenging for a second there, turned in, and that made his full 180 just a little bit slower, and therefore didn't stand a chance at Rezears' follow-up. Gomb almost boxed out off the boost. He gains control of the ball now. This is a great flick. Mistake not getting the first touch on that ball, and Rezears is able to end his possession because of that. I mean, that has been what Gomb has needed to avoid in the latter part of this series. Rezears just seems to be constantly getting possession-ending touches, and that was so close. I want to see if I can see it from Gomb's perspective. Rezears really waited to make that save. He let it get 90% of the way in before he tapped it out. Gomb going to take the midfield boost. Sees Rezears rolling the ball there. Recognizes that he has the edge. Turns out who's going to get there first? What just happened? Rezears throws a wow because the game just absolutely scammed him. Rezears turned to demo Gomb and he just got himself destroyed. What just happened there? All Rezears could say is wow. He goes for the ground double, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. He probably lost a bit of speed as he was turning towards Gomb, but man, did it feel like that should have been a Rezears demo. We need a replay. We can go check it out. I have a feeling when we go back and look at it, it's going to look like Rezears had to turn towards Gomb and must have slowed down a good amount. And they must have connected noses or something. But it is going to be a series win for Rezears. We'll go see what the deal is with this replay real quick, and then we'll be headed to the next round of the ProDrops European Invitational. That was actual game 4. All right, let's go look at this. Let's go look at this save. Or not to save, this demo. I think it was earlier. Even earlier than this? No, I went too much. Wait, when was it, chat? What was the time left on the clock? I feel like it took me a while to actually hit the marker. So I hit the marker right there, but it had already happened. Around 30 seconds. Was it off this play? No. Was that it right there? That must have been it. Okay, yeah, this is it. Let's go 25%. Well, 50% for now until we get closer. Okay, now 25%. Rezears turns in. He got there. You know what? I don't know about that. Which one of these two players is getting a demo? Which one of these two players would you say got the demo? Okay, you know, I thought the replay was going to save it. The replay did not save it. That is about as bad as it gets. It even pushed him. It even pushed Gomb's car. Oh, okay. All right. Going a bit faster makes it look better. Okay, the replay's bugged when you try and. All right, let's watch it right now. Little bit more prep time. I don't know, dude. That's tough. That's a tough break. If your name is Rezears.